Okay. Okay. Yeah, it goes with okay. Yeah, it goes with okay. Yeah, let's see a little bit slower. Let me pull this over. If we have a microphone going. Hello to no one. No worries. Just making sure everything is going. Doesn't seem stuttery. Why is it so slow and behind? I wonder. Maybe it's okay. We shall see. We'll do the best we can. I may have to try something else, so. But it is working. We're not getting any lag. Let's see how our TikTok is doing. Is TikTok working? There's TikTok, yeah. Ticky of the talkie of the ticky of the talkie of the ticky of the talkie of the ticky. No, 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 no. Man, I got 2 fucking tabs. TikTok. Go to Chris, see if it's
there's a hole on his property.
There I am, okay. All right. Sound is working. There I am, okay. Hi there, I'm just doing some testing before the show this morning if you're popping in. Just checking out, testing out the show, testing out the system. Everything looks great. Awesome sauce. Looks like we'll be streaming TikTok this morning. Normally we only do the Daily Atheist Morning Show on YouTube. So if you're interested and if you're here and watching and you're on TikTok, check us out. It's a live atheist, religion, secular, humanist related talk show. We even do call-ins if you're into that sort of thing. So yeah, check it out. Awesome. And we've got nope. I didn't expect anybody. One waiting. Oh, those are for the wrong ones anyway, so it doesn't matter. Select stream. Vertical refresh. Thanks for joining. Okay, cool. This is awesome. Okay, again, if you're new to the stream, we're just starting to stream on TikTok. Normally we just stream on YouTube. So thank you for joining us. Stream vertical testing stream software 7. 7 people watching right now. How come the chat's not? Oh, I know why the chat's not working. 1,000 apologies. I'll go over here. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching on one of the 2 streams, what I'm doing is I'm testing. I worked on my internet speed last night, and I made it more good, or I doubled my upload speed. And so hopefully my streams won't be as laggy as they were yesterday. I'm not going to do as many either. I'm not doing this Facebook or to Instagram today. Just doing YouTube, 2 streams to YouTube and 1 to TikTok. The talk of the tick of the tick. Let me get over here where I can see the chat, see if you guys are talking to me. Let's go view on YouTube and view on YouTube. Disco Poppy, good morning. I'm just sitting here alone. Yes. Over on the vertical stream. Yep. Disco Poppy and no what 10 lurkers already on the morning show. So good morning, everyone. This is not yet the morning show. I haven't started obviously yet. We are doing some testing. With any luck though, today we will be streaming on TikTok and everything will go. I wish I could call, however, I live in India. Well, good morning, Indo Royale. I hope I said that correctly. We do have a web link. So when the show starts in a couple of hours, 3 hours, you don't have to call on the phone. You can call in through your computer if you want to, or on your phone through the app. So check it out if you want to. Wow, Giles, good morning. How are you doing? I'm doing some testing. I think I'm getting addicted to streaming. I'm just a streaming hooer now. Anani, Vert looked okay, but much prefer this PC. Good. Understood. I'm glad they're working. Yeah, some people like the Vert, and I've noticed other content creators are doing it. I'm trying to expand my horizons, so here we go with the Vert. Good morning, Randall Flag. It's stupid early, guys, isn't it? It's just crazy. Let me see. Now, obviously, the chats aren't working here. Let me see if I can do this. Select live sources. Doesn't show them. It does show them. Activate selected. Oh, there we go. Maybe I can see you guys up here. Perfect. Say parfait. Thank you guys for bearing with me these last few days as I have been working to get this stuff fixed up. Awesome sauce. There we go. Yeah. Wait, okay, that's for later show. Yes, good morning.
Another free one.
Anani, yeah, I get up, there you go. I get up at, usually around 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I have a sleep issue, I think. But I mean, I sleep good. I go to bed usually around 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I get up about 1 o'clock in the morning. I take a nap about 11 o'clock in the morning until about 1 in the afternoon. And then, it's just, I sleep as much as anybody else. It's just odd hours. I used to like to think it was one of those smart people things. Now I just think I'm fucked up and broke. Let's see how TikTok is doing over here. Looks like we're doing okay on TikTok. I don't know if TikTok will like me or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But this is awesome. Going good. Also has a sleep issue. You do. Okay, gotcha. Your streams are 1 a.m. here, which can be anywhere in my... Oh, really? 1 a.m. Awesome. Yeah, that's early. That's early. I thought the Pacific Coast people had a problem. Oh, they would get pissed. Let me go over here and check some stuff. Man, that is freaking... Oh, this is... for those of you who don't know, I've got my whole system is changed up. It's just good. If you're a nerd, this is good shit. This is good shit. It's gonna be some good shit. I'm looking forward to it. Awesome sauce. Okay, guys, I very much appreciate you. Let me pop over and just look at the vertical and see, make sure it's still going, man. It's awesome. It's going smooth. Whoa. Now, one of the problems I've been having is anytime I try to stream to TikTok and I play one of my parody commercials, it doesn't like it. It recognizes this as pre-existing content over on YouTube, and it will tell me that my stream has been limited, and it's not shilling me out on people's For You pages. It'll still let me stream throughout the rest of that stream, but it'll limit it. So what I have done is I've applied my Wile E. Coyote super genius brain, and I've made it to where whenever I run a commercial on the Daily Atheist Morning Show, and we're going out to like 4 different streams, actually what will happen is if you're watching on the TikTok, you won't hear it because it's the audio that TikTok is keying off of, right? So I turned off the audio. You'll still see the parody commercial. You'll still be able to read the subtitles because I make them big and red, but you won't, let me do this real quick. You won't be able to hear it, and that will allow me to go ahead and stream to TikTok. So real quick, I'm going to, for those of you in case you are new to the channel, I'm going to play one real quick. My latest one while I go top off my coffee, and then I'll be right back and I'll do things. Oh, hey. Oh, man, that's a cool name.
We really need to stop with
Do you have an atheist friend or family member who's a good person? You don't want to see them end up in hell, but now they're on their deathbed. Time is running out. They've been there for you, and now you want to be there for them. But how can you save them from your all-loving, forgiving God and its eternal lake of fire? Fear not the wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. No more worries of loved ones meeting their resolution without absolution. Now you too can force your faith on the weak and helpless in their final moments. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles are designed specifically for the weak and infirmed. Extra large type for failing eyes seeing their last. Deluxe editions come complete with a post-mortem Mother Teresa would have approved baptismal kit. Also available in heathen and heretic versions. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. Coming to a bomb. Yeah. Thank you for that, guys. I did see the reason why the audio was doubled up is because I had to turn them on in order to turn off the thing. So yeah, it should have been where I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. Vertical, what are we by? Hey man, I don't judge. I don't yuck other people's yum. I try not to anyway. It's got to be pretty yucky for me to yuck it. Looks like we're still streaming over there. Everything is going great so far, man. This is fantastic. Working. It's working. And everything looks to be going really well, nice and smooth, and that's what I was hoping for. I probably could. I mean, it's streaming good and solid. I probably could add the Facebook, but I don't want to. I think that today we're just going to test it and run it as it is. Double audio. You still have double audio now? Just audio. Check your bandwidth usage. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. No, everything looks good. Everything looks really good. It really does compared to, there we go, awesome sauce. And, oh yeah, for the commercial. Yeah, again, that was because I did the thing. But the people over on TikTok should not have heard it, and it should be okay. So this morning, we should actually finally be able to do the Daily Atheist Morning Show on TikTok without it freaking out on us. There for a while, I was thinking it was just keying on the word atheist, and it would knock us off, but it was not. So let me check your upload speed right now. Start test. So we are doing that just for kicks while we're streaming, which is kind of, I'll be proud if it does it. Part of the deal is when I stream, not only am I streaming up, I also have the show open on different tabs. So that's more bandwidth, not the same bandwidth, obviously, being pulled. But 507 download speed and upload speed, un moment, s'il vous plaît, is running at 15.3 megabits per second while we're streaming out. So I think we're doing really good. Oh yeah. I got you, Collapse. Yeah. Yeah, but that's good. I mean, 15.3, that's good. I really probably could still throw another stream on there. I don't want to. I'm good right now for what I got. I think it's looking pretty good. I really just wanted to go vertical for YouTube, for my YouTube peeps. And then I thought, well, it's vertical. Why not stream it out to TikTok? And so it's kind of started the whole beast of a monster. Very cool, though. No, I don't want I don't want to do that 1080 streams, collapsalism. I mean, I get it, but most people don't even watch. I mean, it's not worth it for what we do. If it was something else, maybe it'd be worth it. But the difference is really significant in the streaming bandwidth. And if I could, with this additional little plugin that gives me the vertical, it's stuck at 1080p. I can't change the vertical one. It's stuck at 1080p. But whenever I get the opportunity, I will. Actually, it's not the plugin I wanted. The plugin I wanted wouldn't work right. So it does look all good. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good in 720. How do you combat the tag argument? Hi, Hugh. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for joining us. How do we... well, I don't know, really, to be honest. Let me look over here and see where that came from. There we go. Oh, wrong freaking Windows. So you don't tag... Sorry, tag. Your name isn't tag. Hugh. I'm just doing some testing, some nerd testing. Streaming test to stream out to a new platform. Yeah. You're welcome to call back in a few hours if you'd like to. You can actually call in a few hours. You'll be able to call. Let me watch, check, peep this, my homie. Phone banner on. We have a phone number. We started taking calls a couple of months ago, so you'll be able to call in. But now I'm kind of testing. And let me go over here. Making sure all my shite is going well. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Over here, and that stream is going good. Man, this is awesome. Okay. I'm in Austin. I can't call. Oh, you're in Australia. Well, that's okay. You know, I need to be better. I do need to be better, Hugh. There is a link in the chat, down in the description down below, to where you can call via your computer or via your phone without having to call the number. I have got that for you. I just, right now the show isn't on, obviously. And I keep forgetting to tell people. People are like, I can't call. But you're the second person this morning who has said that. Yeah, I do have a week. I need to put a web link. It does say Discord. We do have a Discord. So if you're into Discord, you're also able to call in on Discord. And you can do Discord app on your phone. So you just got to join our server. We're in 2 channels, says Giles. Are you in 2 channels? You're being sneaky. Just like to find out how others combat the tag argument as atheists. The transcendental argument for God is an apologetic argument asserting that God is a necessary foundation for logic, science, and morality. Really? That doesn't seem very... It claims that without a transcendent God, objective universal laws cannot be accounted for. Making knowledge and reasoned debate impossible. Well, if knowledge and reasoned debate is impossible, then why bother? I don't. God, you know, I don't know. We'll talk about that. If you want to, we can talk about it later. I hadn't really ever... That's not really what I do, but I'm learning. I got to be honest. I'm just a morning show host who's an atheist who wanted to give a place for other atheists to have fun. I'm not an ancient expert in the old Bible. I'm not an expert in psychology. I'm not an expert in physics. I can't tell you how the world began, how the universe began. I can't tell you how abiogenesis happened. I can't really tell you how evolution happened. I can show you pictures and tell you what I think and all that business, but I'm not an expert on any of those things. And I normally don't sit around debating apologists. Normally. That's only become a recent thing that we started taking calls, and I've had to go, what is this? This is not, oh man, brother, I don't know whether you're Christian or you're a theist or atheist or what, but man, the caller we had yesterday, I have never, I don't think, spoken to a theist who was so ignorant about their own religion. They're like, he's like, why do you think that? I'm like, well, oh my God. It was crazy. It was crazy. Anyway, so that's it. Let's see. Me too. I'm learning, saw this stream and thought maybe you were one of those debaters. My fault. But also, you know, I'm getting there. And that's part of kind of where I was going, man. I got to be honest. I started taking calls a couple of months ago. And thank you for becoming a subscriber. And, I've had to become that person. I've had to become the person who knows those things. Oh, let me go look up. Oh, yes, this is how, you know. So I'm learning. That's why whenever you mentioned the tag argument, I was like, well, let me look it up, because that's another thing I have to learn how to deal with and how other content creators actually deal with it. What I do is, because I do this, And I realize that I do need to learn more about what we do. I've been spending a lot of time these last couple of months watching other content creators, such as Justin from Deconstruction Zone, the other awesome guys, and trying to learn, apply myself, and learn to the situation. Hopefully I'll get better. Yes, let me see what's going on here. Awesome. Oh, that's pretty cool. You guys are freaking awesome. I have got some. There we go. Look at you. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, Hugh. I did see that. I've got a new test that is new software I'm testing. It didn't show that you did the thing. I don't know why. Subscription. Sure. I mean, it showed it on the screen here, but it didn't count it up in my activity feed. No worries. You know what, man? I very much appreciate all of you for helping me test this morning. I'm looking. It does look nice and smooth. Thank you to Cultastic, always helpful. Let me call in and do an upload test again. Oh, no, I'm not. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Cultastic. Let me call in and do an upload test again, or you don't host it right. I don't understand. You want to, but you can call in if you want to. We'll let you call in. You want to do it via Discord, or I don't even have the Discord open. That's a good thing. Well, I kind of do. Let me check it out here and see. I'm gonna check it. He says, "There we go." Let me go over here and see. Discord. Discord is a little different. That's a good point, though. Yeah, I should be able to do it. Come on, Chris. Damn it, man. Get your shit together. There we go. Voice of video. Thank you for anybody who's popping in, just watching us do this testing. We're just testing, learning to do the thing at the place with this stuff for the people, of course, and you guys are the people. So there's our video. It does appear to be working. Turn that on. Let me start I guess I'll have to find out whether you're calling in by the phone or makes my brain hurt heaps just listening to him. Listening to who? Me? Let's see. I became an atheist. Oh, hi, Richard. Good morning. I became an atheist just by reading the Bible. I mean, the talking snake in the Garden of Eden. That's a great place to start, to be fair. Christopher Hitchens says, and of course other people have said it as well, I think even Bertrand Russell, maybe, I don't know, that reading the Bible is one of the best ways to create an atheist. Oh, yeah, some of the stuff is crazy. And then, one of the things I found, personally, that if you read the Bible without, like, the filter of a Christian theist or a pastor or somebody kind of telling you, oh, this is good. Look how Eve sinned and she did bad, and the serpent was bad, and Adam was innocent, and all these things, and God was good. Without somebody sitting there doing that, and you read it, you realize Eve was an innocent victim. She had known nothing. She knew nothing. Eve was not even there when God told Adam not to eat of the tree. Yet Adam was there when Eve ate of the tree and never, according to the Bible, tried to stop her. The serpent comes along, who talked her into eating the fruit, whatever it may be, and wait a second, she's an innocent. She knows nothing. She doesn't even know right from wrong because she's not eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And yet, she is expected to fend off the serpent and a creature, what do you want to call it, part of the heavenly host, if nothing else, a creature with knowledge, supernatural knowledge of God, the heavens, all of this business. And she is expected, she's punished so harshly for doing that. It's fantastic stories. And then, of course, whenever you think about how she was punished harsher than Cain, for killing his own brother in the name of God. He killed his own brother for the worship of God. And he got, it was actually, they got rewarded for it. It all sounds like he was punished. You're not going to be able to work the ground anymore. You're going to have to, move out of and find yourself another city. And you're not going to be, but they were all, you're going to live a long life. No one will harm you. We're going to put a mark on you so no one will kill you. These are all blessings by God. In the Old Testament, a long life was a blessing by God. Being able to have children and found a city was a blessing by God. Cain got that blessing. The not being able to work the ground wasn't a curse, because in the previous chapter, God actually made that harder. He made working the ground harder as a curse for mankind. So Cain was actually rewarded for murdering his brother. And yet Eve, maybe men should be the one that bleed. I'm just saying. They're written by the mostly male authors, so surprised. God is no doubt. We have talked about that on the show. My friend, one of the things we talked about is that it appears as though the Abrahamic religion, I really can't speak much to the other ones, the Abrahamic religions were created for multiple purposes, obviously, but one of those purposes is to enslave the entire half of the population. The women. It basically makes women body slaves to men. It subjugates an entire half of our species. That's its purpose. Anyway, Obi says, have watched Bryce Crawford interview with Sam Shuman. I recommend everyone to watch it. At least he provided some clarity. I'm not really sure. I'd have to check him out. Good morning, Curious Heart. It's stupid early, isn't it? I don't normally stream at this ungodly hour, but people are showing up. So we're really just testing. Thank you for showing up, guys. I'm going to start streaming to TikTok, the Tick of Talks, to see if anybody's over there. One person looks like, that's probably even me, because I'm watching it over there as a test. Let's see. DV now case. Wait. This is Chris doing 24 hours. No. Just Chris testing. For those of you who don't know, I'm normally up at this time anyway. So I've thought about extending my stream hours and starting earlier. I didn't think people would be watching this early. It's 2026, bro. Atheism has failed. That's funny. That's okay. That's a lot of words to say you don't know what atheism is and stuff like that. That's okay. Let's see. In all of the industrialized countries, educated countries, atheism is on the rise and Christianity is on the fall. In all the poor, uneducated countries, that's where Christianity is on the rise. Don't believe me, though. Go look that stuff up yourself. Do you keep up with the debates on modern day debate? I really don't. Curious Heart. I've kind of had a new recent kind of change about my thoughts about debating. I used to not debate anybody at all. And the reason is because I'm not going to convince them. They're not going to convince me. So why are we even bothering? But the longer this goes on and the longer I do this, the more I realize, well, it's not about me and it's not about him. It's about the people watching. And if there are people who are watching and aren't sure, and I can bring a persuasive argument, it makes it worth it. If I can pull people away from that hate faith. So by that token, I've been considering debating. Now I just take phone calls and go, well, I don't know what the fuck. Let's see. Nothing fails like Bible history. Yes, that's very true. Deviant Outcast. Yeah, Chris, what is this? Yeah, but when I went to bed 5 hours ago, you were streaming. I was probably testing or something. Yeah, I was, because I'm testing this other platform, trying to get all this stuff going. Looks like it's working really well so far. Clown Shoes Deluxe says, meanwhile, the Christians have had to lie about the church revival. Lying is a sin, right? I know. Well, that's the whole deal. Christians tend to be, the projection, lying, projection, conservatism, they all go hand in hand. You see, just check it out. Yeah, the debates can be good. They can be. And that's one of the things I'm learning. I haven't watched the debates, but I have been watching other content creators like myself do debates on their calls to debate Christians and stuff like that. So I might get into it. Yeah, I might get over there one of these days and start doing the debates. Howdy, Black Sheep is hot. How are you doing this morning? Howdy, all. Happy Good Luck Friday. Yes, high winds woke me. Town just went dark. Love to chat, friends, but it's generator time. Oh, well, be safe. Sin safely out there, my friend. They learned it from the masters of their cargo. Yeah. That is fascinating. They've upped their debates given demographic changes now that we've got Muslims, et cetera, moving in. Well, here's one of the things. A debate is supposed to be organized. And in my experience watching modern day debates, it's really not. They just put the guys on stream and they argue with each other and talk over each other. And every now and then, maybe a moderator will go, hey. But it's really not debates. It's just two people yelling at each other. Sometimes four people, two people on each side, So, good morning, Squidger, man. It's early, isn't it? Bones Justice. Lying seems to be prerequisite to be a Christian. First and foremost, lying to themselves. Here's a thought I've been coming up with. You'll notice like there's a Christian conservative MAGA mentality. That's actually and I found there's a psychologist on the internet, several of them actually, but one of them who talks about the physical differences in the human brain between conservative Christian type people and everyone else, liberal type people. And I mean, it really is significant, the difference. And how their lying and their projection is, you could actually scan their brain and tell how likely they are to be a conservative, to be somebody who wants a fascist dictator, to be somebody who's just, it's crazy. I'll show him. Let me pull him up here. His name is Keenan something. You should go check him out. Tell him the amazing Super Chris sent you. Keenan something. I'll find it here in a second. You should read Adam Green's book, The Jesus Deception. I hadn't heard of it. The Bible says the wife must obey her husband. What if the husband is an abuser? That's a good question. That's a very good one. If you're a person who believes that women should be treated equally to men, then you, I would think logically, would feel like secular humanism is more moral than Christianity, because most Christian sects, not all of them, most Christian sects do not allow women equal opportunity as men. There are a couple, but not many. So by that standard, secular humanism is more moral than Christianity. By that standard. Let's think about something else, though, because not everybody agrees that the difference is the way some churches treat women is oppression. They feel that that's just how it should be, and the women accept it, and that's just, it's not oppression, it's just how the world works. And when with a person like that, you really can't win the whole oppressing women is secular humanism is more moral because Christianity oppresses women because they don't see it as oppression. So, from their perspective, it's not oppression. However, when we talk about something we discussed before on the show recently, whenever I was talking to a Christian who called me and asked me how I could have morals. How can you have morals without a God? And I'm like, well, wait a second. Here's really the deal. One of us, me and the Christian, secular humanists and Christians, one of us have morals. One of us have forced morals. With the Christian, pardon me, based on what they call and say, there's a God and it's watching them all the time. And the only reason why they don't rape, kill, murder, do all of those things, cheat, steal, lie, the only reason is because that creature is behind them. And it's going to punish them forever in a lake of fire if they do those things. And they'll say, you can hear them say it. They make it sound like, how do we keep from raping and killing and murdering if we don't have that God creature? I'll tell you how, because we have morals. And if secular humanists don't have to have a threat of a God creature to punish them, and Christians do, and that's what keeps them honest and not hurting people, then who is more moral? I would say the secular humanist is more moral. If you have to be under constant threat of eternal damnation in order to keep you from doing immoral things, then you're probably an immoral person. I'm just saying. Easy to do unto others as you would have done to, let's see, easy do unto others as you would. Yeah. The one guy, he was a Phil bro, tried to call in the other day and he kept claiming secular humanism had these positions that it doesn't actually take. Okay, as a secular humanist, and secular humanism believes that the spreading of humanity is good, therefore abortion should be bad in your eyes. I'm like, wait, I never said that. I don't know a secular humanist that says that the spreading of humanity is good. It's just like without even considering anything, food, population, there's so many things to think of. No, that secular humanism is about how you treat others. And apparently it's more moral than Christianity. because we don't have that evil God creature behind us threatening us at all times. And see, a lot of the Christians are like, well, Christianity is about a relationship with Jesus. Very true. What happens if you fail that relationship with Jesus? What happens? Essentially, Jesus turns the God monster on you, and he burns you in a pit of fire forever. Jesus would never do that, but the God monster of the Old Testament absolutely would. And that's what Jesus is going to do. If you don't follow Jesus, he's just going to turn you over to the God monster, and he's going to burn you in a pit of fire. How is that moral at all? By any measure. Anyway, God is love, they say, but he created us with an inclination to sin. Here's one of my thinkings. It's one of those things where God is love is like you've got this pile of shit and you've coated it with a candy coating that says love on it. But once you get through that hard candy coating, you realize that what's underneath that is otherism, all kinds of horrific things. As soon as you go join a church, the very first thing you do is go, we're Methodist. We're not those people. You start othering as soon as you walk in the door. Those are other people. They're not us. The lady in the United States who was calling around, she even had a recording of a baby crying in the background, calling churches going, we're hungry. We need some help. Would you give us food? Do you go to our church? Well, we can't help you. Interesting stuff. Anani, the few good things aren't unique or special. The unique or special things are inherent or horrific. I'm not sure that you guys got something going on. The Mott way. I don't recognize the name. Empathy is how we are moral. The thing conservatives despise. That's so true. Thank you for joining us, the Mott way. And VH5158, it's early, man. I'm just streaming, man. So, I'm just testing, really. The Mott way, you're right. Empathy. And if you go look, one of the interrogators from the Nuremberg trials, whenever he was asked what is evil, he boiled it down to a lack of empathy. That's what all these horrific people had in common, was an absolute lack of empathy. It's crazy. But I was briefly in Kuwait when I was deployed to Iraq. Interesting. Because almost kind of a cult mentality. Yeah, they are. Some of them don't believe. By definition, I think all religions are cults, right? By my definition, but they don't see it that way. So it's a perspective thing, I think. Hello all, says I dropped by croissant. Hey, 5-second rule. I am new here, but I have a question that I have not really heard a direct answer to. As an atheist, how do you choose what your purpose is and why? That's a great question. That's a good question. Let me ask you, as a theist, as a believer, not that you are, you might be a atheist as well. What do you seek purpose in? Do you just go around seeking purpose in God? Is that all you really do? Or do you go around trying to get a better job, trying to find a better life for yourself, trying to advance do you play video games to spend your time in the day? There's a lot of different things. Right now, I'm an actor, and for some reason, I feel compelled to go online and tell people about atheism and bring them about, and also to go act and do stuff and just spread my craziness. I'm compelled to do that. I have purpose. Lots of people have purpose without God. The question is, when you're not dedicating yourself to your God, if you have a God, what are you doing with your life? Do you have no purpose? It's kind of like the question of without God around you, do you have no morals? If God is not there to watch over you, would you kill and rape and murder? Or are you a good person? When you're not thinking about the afterlife, do you think about this life? Do you think about maybe your bowling league, or, how something is going to go, you're going to get a new computer, or you're going to upgrade who knows, you're doing something in your life that doesn't have anything to do with God. Reflect on that. That's what we do all the time. How do you go through your day without purpose and dedication if you don't have Zeus in your life? It's kind of the same thing. I don't mean that to be ugly. You know what I mean? And Ani, what are you good at? What do you enjoy? Yeah. It's kind of like that. Yeah. What do you do when you're not thinking about God? Do you like being the evil one, which is the wife? We're going to go on a cruise. I love cruises. I love big boats. I don't get to go on them very often, but I just love it. I want to go do it. When I'm not doing this in the morning, I'll get off the stream this morning at 9 a.m. my time. And then I'll open up this app called Thinkorswim, and for like an hour, I'm teaching myself how to trade stocks. So what do you do with your life? I'm also a member of the New Mexico Shakespeare Festival. I just got a part in the Julius Caesar. They still haven't announced it yet, so I can't tell anybody which part. I mean, these are the things I do when I have purpose. I have purpose. I don't know if I'm useful, but I have purpose. I hope that answered your question. I dropped my whistle. Thank you, John. Yeah, I'm not sure which one. It's not a big part. It's a medium part, but it's a part, right? I mean, and man, there's a lot of competition, so I feel like I did really good, considering I don't do it as often as these other people do. Let me see if I missed anything, and let me check our TikTok and see. Nope, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Haven't gotten any hate messages yet. Okay, I'll tell you what, my friends, you are all wonderful. Appreciate you helping me test this. The live stream starts in 2 hours. Daily Atheist Morning Show. Rion will be here, and we're going to go do those things. Oh, let me see here. Quiet telling how this religion creates such brainless robot. Oh, quit telling how out of humans that without the cult, they have absolutely no direction, no individuality to draw purpose from anyone. Sad. It's quite telling how this religion creates such brainless... Sorry, once I read it right, it all makes sense. Thank you, Artemisonite. Thank you, Artie. Quite telling how this religion creates such brainless robots out of humans that without the cult, they have absolutely no direction, no individuality to draw on purpose from anyone. Sad. It's just kind of... And is that purpose? You know... Maybe it is. Maybe some people consider it purpose to be dedicated to God. When you wake up in the morning, is that what you think about? Is that your end goal? Then maybe that is your purpose, you know? And to be honest, to be fair, I don't care. I don't care. If people want to have their God, if they want to love their God, if they want to have their comfort blanket, that's perfectly fine with me. I don't care. What bothers me is when those people go down and vote based on that God and hurt other people. That's what bothers me about this sort of thing. My purpose is whatever I choose to be. Yeah. Ain't no thunderbolt throwing Sky Daddy ordering me around. Right. Purple says, greetings, sentient beings. Good morning. So what are we testing at this hour? Good morning. We are testing multiple streaming. I am streaming to horizontal and vertical to YouTube and horizontally to TikTok. Trying to test the TikTok to build the audience to see if we can build some audience. We'll see what happens. But it's all working famously. Actually... I got to tinker with my internet yesterday, my router, and there was a setting on that was limiting me, and I essentially doubled my upload and download speed. Oops, you think I'd know better. No better, Chris. But I'm lazy. So, yeah. And now today, everything seems to be working okay. My vertical stream looks good. Yeah, looks okay. Awesome sauce. There we go. I'm into tell you got me on both. Well, thank you very much. Good morning, DD Deminton. Good morning, DD. You can't now. Right now, I'm just testing. But the show starts in a couple hours if you want to come back. Show starts 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm just testing. We're streaming to new platforms. Normally, I would test it private. You know, I'd put the streams private and you wouldn't see them and you wouldn't pop in going, hey, can I? But it doesn't work the same. I've tried it, and then whenever I go live, shit doesn't work. So I just, in order to test it and be sure, I had to go live, and we are live. Ollie clearly figured out your tech. You're right, he did. For those of you who don't know, let me introduce you to our computer technician for the show. Come here. Oh my goodness. He's the one who finally cracked the code. Got it to where we can stream horizontally and vertically, thanks to this puppy dog right here. He's a hard worker. You just got to get him the right kind of treats and snacks, and he does just fantastic. Yeah. Thank you, Dee Dee says, okay, keep in tune. Well, come back in a couple hours and we'll talk. Let me ask you something. Knowing, if you're still there, DD, knowing you said even if you don't want it, I feel you. I appreciate that because you mean well. If I were to say Satan bless you. May Beelzebub, the Lord of the pits of fire of hell, have mercy on you and greet you with a wonderful day. How would you feel about that? Would you go, oh, he means well? How would you feel? So I'm just throwing that out there. You know, of course, we've already talked on the show how Christians don't really tend to have a good relationship with empathy. So you may not be capable of understanding or feeling how it feels when somebody says that. So I don't know, just a thought. Food for thought, my friend, food for thought. Yeah, Ollie's a fantastic technician. He's wonderful. Says, I think that I find purpose in God because I realize my time is short here on earth in comparison to the scope of eternity, and I hope that there is more after this. That's interesting, and I appreciate that. I do. I'm actually kind of a transhumanist, which means, don't get ahead of me, which means that I hope that someday science will be able to pretty much make us live forever in a pretty healthy state in one fashion or another, boiling it down into a really, because this is a short life in such an infinite universe, right? I mean, but when you read about what happens in heaven or hell for an eternity, I have a commercial for that. I do. I'll tell you what, if you're new to the channel, check out this parody commercial. And then as soon as I get back from this, I'll shut down the show and I'll go do other things until the real show begins. Check this out. Yeah. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed? Do you have an atheist friend or family member who's a good person? Lord, you don't want to see them end up in hell, but now they're on their deathbed. Time is running out. They've been there for you, and now worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell. But how can you save them from your all-loving, forgiving God and its eternal lake of fire? Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. No more worries of loved ones meeting their resolution without absolution. Now you too can forge your faith on the weak and helpless in their final moments. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles are designed specifically for the weak and in for extra large type for failing eyes. Introducing Father Flanagan's deluxe editions come complete with a post-mortem Mother Teresa would have miserable alone forever. Be a good also available in heathen and heretic versions. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. Come into a Walmart. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. And see, that's why we do the testing. Part of what I've been doing, so it kind of screwed up. It played the double commercials. That's because I'm trying to finagle it so TikTok doesn't get the sound of the commercials. And when I was doing that, it actually, so I'm going to play the one I intended, because I was watching, I was like, that ain't the commercial I wanted to play. But it was actually playing both of them. So here you go. Check this out. Postmortem baptismal kits for real this time. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy.
So I figured what happened was my commercial timed out from the other thing. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you for letting me test the thing. I am off to save the world. We'll be back up in about 2 hours, and you can come back and we'll have the phone lines open and you'll be able to do the Discord. Okay, so I very much appreciate you guys. We'll see you in a couple of hours. That's Joseph Smith. Yeah, Joseph Smith is something else. He claimed, yeah, never mind. Anyway, see you in a couple of hours. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess.
It's a timing thing. It is. The commercials timed to send me back. Anyway, I meant to go. I wanted to mention, though, that I dropped my croissant. No worries. That's kind of, I'm learning to not be rude, too, because I used to really go off, especially if they blessed me knowing I didn't want to be blessed. I was like, what the? So I'm growing as a person. We'll see you guys in a couple hours. Take care. I don't have to do that. I can just end the stream.